Well, this is a show and tell I've looked forward to bringing to you. I visited Guelph Bible Conference Center May 4th to 6th. The weather was beautiful. It was a sunny Saturday morning with the Bramley Baptist Church women from Brampton. But, you know, there were an unusual number of young men about. I asked Ken and Peggy Moorish, the administrators, what was up with these 6 men from South Africa. What a discovery. They were working their way around the world, sharing the love and message of Christ with Global Challenge Expeditions. You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Had you, Maggie?
Yeah, I think I've heard of them before. It sounds familiar.
I was definitely out of the loop. They'd been tearing down old buildings and doing some landscaping, but they were just passing through. I said, why don't you come and visit us at the Crossroads Center? Well, they did. Meet the lads. Recently, I spent a weekend with women at Guelph Bible Conference, and I happened to notice there was an unusual number of young men around. And I caught up to one of them, and I probed a little bit. I just couldn't imagine that this many guys was needed to help out with 60 women. I made an amazing discovery. Global Challenge Expeditions. Have you heard of it? You're going to find out about it. Now, first of all, I'm going to get these men from South Africa to tell us their real names, their age, and what city they're from. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Dirkie, I'm 19 years old and I'm from Pretoria.
I'm Frikkie de Beer, I'm from South Africa, Marble and I'm 27 years old.
Okay, you're the leader. Ricky, tell us your full name.
Frederik Jacobus Cornelius de Beer.
There you go.
My name is Ernst Labuschagne and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm 18 years old.
Hi, my name is Skalk Robinson. I'm from Pretoria and I'm also 18 years old.
Hi, my name is Anu van Dijk and I'm from Pretoria as well, and South Africa is. And what was the other
Did you
question?
give us your age?
20 years old.
20. Ooh, you're on the older side here.
Ruben, and I'm from Jeffreys Bay, South Africa. I'm 18 years old.
Aren't they handsome? I just had to let you see these guys. Now wait till you find out what they're doing. But first, I didn't forget Aaron.
Hi, my name's Aaron Bell. I'm from Mississauga, Ontario. I'm Canadian, not South African. I'm hosting these guys for the month while they're here.
Are you able to understand them, Aaron?
Most of the time. Sometimes they slip in a few words, but I'm trying to pick it up as I go.
I'm going to come back to you, Aaron, because you're wearing the T-shirt, and the reason why is really interesting. But Frikkie, you are the boss on this team. It's not the only one traveling the world. What are you doing, Global Challenge Expeditionaries?
Well, basically we're an organization based in South Africa. The town is in Jeffreys Bay in South Africa. And it's an international organization, and it's a non-dominational organization, and our focus is basically to travel around the world in a God-seeking lifestyle and serve people. So we will basically go into countries and join up with missionaries working in the countries and help them with whatever they are doing in their area.
So it's hard labor, it's children's ministries, you were telling me if it's China, can we say this?
Yeah.
You can't do something that's overtly Christian. So what would you do there, for example?
Well, basically it changes from country to country. In some countries, for example, in India we work in orphanages. Here in Canada we worked at a lot of youth camps and help the people to do a little bit of labor and those kind of things. And
you might just tuck into a coffee shop in China.
Yeah, in China we work with coffee shops and those kind of things just to, it's a little bit, we're trying to work in the coffee shops and to the people that are coming in to build a relationship with the people. The thing is we can't really go into countries and build relationships that quickly because we're only for 4 or 5 weeks in the country. So we work with the missionaries that's already there, already built a relationship with the people, and they have programs and they have whatever they are running, and we just help them. But sometimes we go in countries and there's no contact there, and we just follow the lead of the Holy Spirit and it takes us wherever we need to go.
You're working your way all over the world and gossiping the gospel as you go, basically.
Yeah, that's basically what we do.
Okay, one of you tell me one of the favorite things you've done here while you've been in Canada. Who wants to volunteer? Tell me it was great.
Well,
Looking after the women in Guelph, right?
Not really. Well, we enjoyed being part of Canadian people and enjoying I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Well, Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons coffee is
Oh,
very
okay.
good.
Okay, we won you with the Tims. Now, here's what I know. You are going to Israel and then Egypt. That trip includes 3 days in the London airport?
Yeah, basically sometimes when we get to certain countries, we don't always have people that we know there, and we can sometimes stay in the airport just to stay a little bit there and camp out in the airport. We also go on a very low budget around the world, so it's a whole year that we're doing this whole program. It's not for just a month or so. So it costs a lot for us, and it's all for it comes off from our own pockets. So.
You mean you have to have the finances coming on board to be able to embark on all these adventures? I mean, you've got air flights, you've got to eat. I'm sure you sing for your supper. They feed you where you work.
Yeah, that's why we're very blessed in Canada. We've got lots of food here, so yeah, we were very blessed. But in some
But it's a
countries-
faith mission.
It's really faith, yeah. We go out and some places we don't have anybody and you don't have really a lot of money. So we hike and we meet people, and the little bit money that we have, we will buy food and we will go along. But we've never went into a place without accommodation or food. God always provides, but so glory to that. But yeah, so we will typically stay in, to come back to the question of the airport, we will sometimes stay in airports and just overnight there. One of our global, it's almost our homes. We feel that airports, we feel very at home during a year of travel.
Watch for the black T-shirts. Now this one, just let's take a look at that. Global Challenge Expedition Adventure awaits. You really have to have that spirit of, well, what did Corey ten Boom say? Faith is a fantastic adventure in trusting Him. Now this T-shirt's a little different. Step up here, Aaron. Aaron Bell.
Want to see the back too?
Sure. Oh. Oh.
Communicate it's so that you can communicate in countries you don't speak their language, so you can ask for bed and breakfast or where the passport place is or taxis or yeah, anything you can ask.
Brilliant.
And this one is the gospel. This is Adam and Eve and the snake and hell and heaven. Yeah, the fishes of men, the kingdom, fishes of men and heaven. So it's just the gospel to explain to the people quickly.
You've thought of everything. Now, Aaron, your shirt is different because it is yours, but you
Now it is. Yeah.
tell us the story.
It's originally from my fiance who did this trip last year. So these guys are a work your way team of just guys, but they also have a northbound team and a southbound team. Fricky actually did the northbound journey last year, and my fiance, whose name is also Erin, just to make it confusing, she did.
She's E-R-I-N.
E-R-I-N. I'm A-A-R-O-N. Yeah. So she did the southbound journey last year. So they visited most of the countries in the southern hemisphere. That's what that means. Same thing for 11 months of the year, traveling around. So we've been doing the long distance thing, and at the end of that year, I met her in South Africa to finish. When she finished her journey, she said, "Hey, when I'm finished this journey, do you want to come meet me?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll do that." And she said, "Hey, there's a mountain in Africa that's close to South Africa, Kilimanjaro. We both love mountains." She's like, "Hey, since we're going to be in Africa, might as well go climb the mountain since we're there." So we decided to do that.
And what did you decide to do
Well,
about that?
Well, we had been Skyping long distance stuff for about 16 months. So we've only been in person for 12 weeks. So 6 weeks before that, and then 16 months over Skype, and then 6 weeks together during that time. So on Kilimanjaro, I figured we both love mountains. So what better way to propose than on the top of Kilimanjaro on the summit?
There was a little glitch.
There was a little glitch. When you get really high, the oxygen saturation gets a little bit lower, and it messes with your head. You get a really bad headache, and you get sick. So she was a little sick out of it on the top. So I was worried that if I proposed, she'd either throw up on me, or maybe she wouldn't remember. She's like, "I don't remember agreeing to anything what you're talking about." So what I did is I just waited till later that night, and so we both survived the summit. She didn't die. She said yes, so we were happy about that.
I knew this story. I cannot tell you how, but I knew this story before I met Aaron. It's just, Fricky, you guys blog every 2 weeks.
Yeah, we try to blog as often as we can get to internet. So we try to blog, and you can follow us on our blogs. We're on gcex.org, gcex.org, and we write as often as we can. We write blogs, each one of us, and we are the Work Your Way team. There's
The which?
Work Your Way.
The Work Your Way team.
There's 5 different journeys around the world, distant islands and southbound, northbound, like you said, and we are the Work Your Way team, and so each one of us have our personal blogs, and we blog on the internet, so yeah.
Fantastic. What a brilliant idea. What a great adventure for a young person. 18 to 35 is the age range that's accepted. And what website?
GCH.org. It's for international students, so it's all over. We received a lot of international students last year and this year as well.
Well, I just thought it was the best discovery in this month for sure, and I am sure you are delighted too to meet all of these young men, and you can keep in touch with them. Watch for them in airports. These guys are on their way to Israel and Egypt next, right?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Thank you, gentlemen, for making the trip before you got away from Canada.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron, for having them. New to Maggie.
Yeah.
Probably new to you too. There are 5 groups, guys and gals, 18 to 35. They train in South Africa in January and February at the Global Challenge School for their 1-year expedition. They're challenged to leave their comfort zone and learn to trust God for everything. Maggie, they have something called a Luke 10 challenge at least once a year, where they're sent out in twos like Jesus sent out the disciples. No backpack, no tent, no change of clothes, no money. They pray for God's appointments and they see miracles. That's why you need to go on their blog and hear the great stories. There's also an 80 days around the world adventure for those who want to do a short-term missions trip. This group had come from Guatemala. As I said, they're headed for Israel and Egypt, or they were at that point. And aren't those t-shirts clever? And I love their logo. So we're going to leave you with their parting shot from our town square in the mode that they like to represent as they go and on their shirts. And God bless them, everyone, and any of you who may choose to follow their lead.